Good morning, YouTube. Well, I've gotten so many requests about my little dog, Jimmy Dog. Now, you'll hear this snorkeling sound in the background, but I wanted to put you guys, let you guys see him again. Here's the story on Jimmy Dog. Okay, so you know he had those problems last year where he had to have all of his, he had an abscess, he had a tumor in his mouth, and he had to have almost all of his teeth pulled and the tumor removed. And so he went up, coasted along for a few months, and then the last month or so, he has developed something in his nostril on the same side where they did these surgeries or these extractions. Well, they did extractions on both sides, but they did the tumor on that side of his face. He's having problems, right? And then right in the middle of that, I got sick. So since I was scheduled to go into surgery, we kind of had to put Jimmy on the back burner. I had to gather the funds for this one thing. And I had to be healthy enough to take him in and come back and get him and so forth, do his doctor's appointments. Well, the good news is that time has passed for me. I was able to take him back in, and they're prepared to work on him. So I'm going to show you his face just because I know you guys haven't seen him in a while. I don't want you to think that he's being held hostage or kidnapped or locked in a closet or anything. Because usually you see him kind of wandering around in back of me, but he's been low energy. He's low energy because the only way I can get this snorkeling sound to stop, and I'll show you what's going on with his face in a minute, is to give him Claritin or Benadryl, both of which make him drowsy. So in the morning I give him Claritin, and that stops that horrible time he's having with the breathing. It calms him down somewhat, but it also makes him very sleepy. And then at nighttime, I give him Benadryl, which knocks him completely out, so he can sleep peacefully, right? Both of these drugs are approved by most vets. They're safe to use on him, right? So here's the problem. Come here, boy. See, just stay out just for a minute, baby. You see my Jimmy? Okay, see? Say hello. Say hello, Jimmy. Try to say hello, boy. You can see his eye. One's over here. One's way down here. That's because there's something on in his nostril pushing his eye off center. Now, it's not painful to him, but you can see it. You can see it if you pay attention to his eyes. Look how they're not straight across. There's a big bump on his nose right here, which is causing him these problems. So that's why he hasn't been around so much. But so now we scheduled for Friday. I thought I was going to get him in on Monday, yesterday, but they're so booked there. Friday morning, I drop him off. What they're going to do, they're going to see if it's two possibilities. They think it's either a tooth, some part of a tooth left in there that's causing him the problem, in which case they will pull that out and his problems will hopefully be over. Or they're going to put him to sleep, and they're going to take x-rays. He won't let nobody in his mouth. X-rays to see if it's hopefully not a tumor. If it's a tumor, like he had on his mouth, and his mouth's right in front, and just cut it off, right? But in his nose, they would have to do an actual surgery. Very expensive. I would have to seek out some kind of help in order to get that done. So, so we're hoping for some kind of abscess tooth in there. Or, because if I look in the roof of his mouth, I can barely look up. Sometimes he'll throw his mouth open. I can see like a blister thing on the inside. If they can drain that or lance that or extract any part of a tooth in there, then our problems will be over. We do have enough money to cover it. It'll just be done. So we're hoping for that. Now, the backdrop for all this is Jimmy is 13 years old. So he's 13 years old. He might be 14 years old now. I think his birthday's he's at least 13. I got to check his records again. At any rate, what was I saying? Let me see. I lost my train of thought that quickly. Anyway. So hopefully that'll be the problem. Oh, I was saying that he's 13 years old. So Jimmy's 13 years old. 13 times 7 is 91 years old in human years. So we know that they're not real years. They're just as far as compared to a human life. A dog is about 7 years for every one of our years. So he's 91 years old, and that's what gets me pause, because you can only do so much. He's still going to be an old dog, just like his daddy. We have become old grandpas together. So we still have a good time. He's not in any pain. He will eat. Now, he stopped eating a few days ago, and the only way I could get him to eat, because he used to gobble down his food for his food has not been a problem, or his appetite has not been a problem all through this whole process. It's been over a month now. But the only way I can get him eat now, I had to go back to when I used to give him. For 6 years, I only fed Jimmy chicken breast. That's when I was spoiling him. When he was a little dog, chicken breast, right? Boiled chicken breast. So now I've got to cook chicken breast for him, and that's not enough. He won't eat it out of the bowl. I have to hand feed him pieces of chicken breast until it's all gone. But he will eat. He loves to eat it out of my hand for some reason, but he doesn't like to get into that bowl. So I'm guessing that perhaps the process of eating with that thing in his mouth and no teeth, when he's eating it out of a bowl, there must be a problem with that. That must be uncomfortable for him, because if I feed him by hand, he loves it. I mean, he eats the whole chicken breast. So, but we're not Rockefeller. We're not going to be feeding him chicken breast out of our hand forever. This is because he's ill and because we love him so much. Now, say goodbye. Goodbye, people. Goodbye. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling good. I'm sorry. I'm going to come back. My daddy going to take care of me. My daddy love me. See that crooked eye? Oh, the little baby. Okay, daddy, I did what you said. Look at that eye way up there on his head. Bless his heart. All right. There's my Jimmy dog. But don't think he's suffering. He's okay. He's not feeling pain. He just has a hard time breathing, because essentially he's breathing out of one nostril. And he's been doing that for over a month. So now it's his turn. So we're going to be taking, our focus is on Jimmy dog now. My health is better. He's been patient with me. We're going to get him back to health. Okay? So I know a lot of my people, a lot of the people who follow me wanted to see the Jimmy dog. I want to see that little face. All right. Talk to you later, guys.